welcome you to our Monday night spiritual soiree, where we come together in the name of love, and we welcome all faiths and none. And it is good to have you join us. And for those who will watch the live recording, we also welcome you and invite you to our table and pray that you will leave the table tonight and you will feel stronger in your mind, in your body, and in your spirit. But first we light a candle for peace in our beautiful world, but fragile and broken by man's disobedience to their heart and to their God of love. So if you have a candle handy, I would like you to light it as well. And I have lit my candle, and we begin with the Celtic blessing. We light a light in the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ who loves life, in the name of the Spirit who is the fire of life, in the name of Gaia, our beloved Earth Mother, who nurtures the divine in all of creation. And we welcome our brothers and sisters from all faiths and none, for they too are the children of the same loving Father, Mother, God. And for all who have joined us, logged in and not logged in, you are welcome to this table of love. So let us just relax for a moment, because the theme for this evening will be looking at compassion to the eyes of suffering, again focusing on the beautiful Buddhist teachings, because we can learn so much from other faiths. There is a richness, a tapestry of soul enjoyment that invigorates the heart to see another brother and sister of a different belief expressing their love of God and mankind. So it is good to have an open ear, and it is good to be willing to receive. So let us now relax. Let's take a nice deep breath and just allow the muscles in our body relax. And as we breathe out, we release all tension, all anxiety, all stress. And Winston, one of our 3 dogs, has just let off, an almighty groan, so he's relaxed. Let us be still now. And let us use the gift that God has given to us, the gift of free will. And let us call on the Ascended Masters. Let us call on our spiritual teachers. Let us call on the company of heaven, the archangels and angels, the messengers of love. And as we breathe in again, let us breathe in the love of Gaia, our Earth Mother, and the animal kingdom. Let us hold that in breaths. And as we release, let us send love to Gaia and the nature spirits and the angelic kingdom. Let us relax. And in our next in-breath, let us be aware of the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine aspect of God, who bring love and healing. Now let us breathe in that love. Let us hold on to that love. And now let us release any woundedness, any sorrow or heartache, any illness, and give them to the Cosmic Christ, trusting that He will hear us. Now relax. Be still. Be still. For in the stillness, we allow our heart tune in to the voice of God. We place ourselves in the presence of God, and it is then in silence, the language of love and stillness, we are best able to hear what God is saying to us. So let us relax. Let us be still. And we are safe here. There is no fear at this table of love. There is only peace and joy, and all are welcome. All faiths and none. Just sense the peace of God. And as you breathe into the rhythm of your breathing, just be aware that you are in the presence of God and that you are loved, that you are truly, truly loved. Be still. Be still. And what we're listening to now is the beautiful Tom Kenyon singing the chant, I and my beloved. The Cosmic Christ and Magdalena, their energies are now being invoked through this sacred Buddhist chant by Tom Kenyon. Just visualize a young man and a young woman, both spiritual teachers, both mystics. They're at the well. And at the well they are singing to each other words of love. And they know what lies ahead. Magdalena knows that her beloved will pay the penultimate price and be crucified for love. And in her heart she knows that when her beloved performs this sacred act, that she too will incur the wrath of some of the disciples whose hearts were closed to the Christ. So they're singing to one another through this beautiful chant that they will support each other, that they will walk together, and whatever happens, they will try and face it together. So just listen now for a moment and allow your heart embrace. I would like to read to you now from this amazing little book, A Heart Full of Peace. And tonight we're going to focus on our willingness to undergo suffering and not to be afraid. Oh, that my monk's robes were wide enough to gather up all the people in this floating world, by Ryokan. We quoted that last night, but we've quoted it again because it has relevance to what we're sharing. The willingness to come close to suffering opens us to compassionate action. We don't have to look far to find suffering. The nightly news programs are catalogues of the world's distress. Are we open to it? Sometimes we have to close our eyes to the atrocities of mankind. But sometimes we have to watch so that we can walk as prayer partners to the victims of violence, to the women and children who have no voice. Sometimes we feel the painful aspect of experience is a mistake. Opening to suffering is the doorway to compassion. But many times we find we're not open. We've been strongly conditioned to avoid or defend ourselves against pain. Let me not see any suffering. Let me not feel it, is the reply of the majority. But having been a palliative care nurse specialist for many years, I was very privileged to walk with so many beautiful souls at their last hours, and what a gift that was. But sadly, having supported so many over a number of many years, both as a monk, a nursing monk, and as a nurse, I'm afraid there's nothing more to give, because your heart becomes so broken. And sometimes you even question your face. Why would God allow this? But somehow that inner flicker of light, that inner voice speaks to you. It's what they chose as part of their learning contract, their sacred contract. Avoidance becomes obvious in meditation when we experience some physical discomfort. People coming to meditation for the first time often think, I'll go on a wonderful retreat and spend a few days in bliss. Oh, how lucky they would be. But meditation is not about just feeling good. It is about coming in touch with whatever is actually present. Especially at the beginning of the practice, most of us get in touch with some physical pain. And then there are our various reactions to it: fear, self-pity, defensiveness or avoidance. Mostly we just don't like it. We try just to watch the pain, but really we are trying to bargain with the pain. I'll watch you if you go away. All of these responses are quite different. From opening to discomfort, allowing it, and simply feeling it with bare attention. Our relationship to unpleasant physical sensations in meditation reveals a lot about our relationship to pain in other life circumstances. In similar ways, we close off to emotions that make us uncomfortable, feelings of anger, sadness, fear, even unworthiness, and so on. Think of all the ways we try not to feel bored, all the busyness and distractions you and I create. Or reflect on the great lengths to which we go out of our fear of feeling lonely. Unwilling to be with this unpleasant feeling or to explore it within us, we often build whole structures in our lives to avoid feeling it. And that is so true, because as an enclosed monk, I've seen a lot of clients here who've come from far and wide, and they come full of fear, some in denial, some expecting miracles, some with grandiose expectations, some pretending, play acting, afraid to let you see the true self. So it's important to allow people share their feelings, but not loop or feel sorry for themselves. So many use their suffering as a third person and almost set a place for it at the dinner table. They find it difficult to move on. So it's important that we embrace our fear, that we embrace our pain through the eyes of love. If this fear is here for the rest of my life, it's okay, said the wise man. A transforming moment of my meditation practice came when I was lost for several days in recurring feelings of intense fear. I tried being aware of them as they arose, noting fear. But I still felt caught in the intensity of the emotion. And then, at a certain point, something shifted in my mind. And I said to myself, if this fear is here for the rest of my life, it's okay. That was the first moment of genuine acceptance, and it entirely changed my relationship to fear. Fear would still arise, of course, but I no longer locked it in with my resistance. Genuine, mindful acceptance allowed the fear to just wash through. Or as I've said to so many, name the fear, bless it, and now release it to the source. It is not always easy to be compassionate. Much as we want to or even feel that we are, we don't like opening to our own pain, and we don't necessarily want to open to that pain of others. It takes practice, and perhaps several different practices, to be able to open to the difficult emotions that we're aware of and to illuminate those that are hidden. But with mindfulness, our heart becomes spacious enough to hold painful emotions, to feel them and to let them go. And the more mindful and aware we become of our own physical or emotional difficulties, the more strength, courage and insight we have in being with the sufferings of others. Thich Nhat Hanh says, compassion is a verb. It is a verb. And what a powerful verb it is. with the aspiration of the bodhicitta, the wish for our lives to benefit all, something powerful begins to happen. At first we feel a genuine empathy for others, in pain or difficulty. This happens when we take a moment to stop and feel what's really going on before rushing on with our lives. We then move from empathy, which is sympathetic feelings for others, to compassion, which is more than simply a warm feeling. Compassion contains a strong motivation to act. The Vietnamese monk Thich Nhat Hanh expressed this so well in saying, compassion is a verb. True compassion means actively engaging with the sufferings of the world and responding to the various needs of beings in whatever ways are possible, whatever ways are appropriate. At times, compassion might take the form of small, perhaps unregarded acts of being just as a little kinder, more generous, or more forgiving of the people around us. At other times, it might require acts of tremendous courage, yes, and determination in the face of hardship and difficulty. There is no particular prescription for what to do. The field of compassionate response is limitless. It is the field of suffering beings. The important thing is to water and nurture the seed of the bodhicitta within us and cultivate the intention to benefit all. And it concludes by saying what St. Francis of Assisi said, where there is hatred, let me show love. Let us now relax at this beautiful table of miracles, where the Supreme touches our hearts. And we come into that place. We come to the table where the cosmic Christ is, with the Divine Feminine, and we invite them to touch us, to give us the strength to face our fear, to face our shadows, so that nothing has a hold on us. Nothing, no one owns us. Let us ask the cosmic Christ to release us of our skeletons, our shadows, and our fears. And with every in-breath that we breathe, let us feel the surge of divine healing love touch us right here in the heart center. Let us feel the love, the all-encompassing love of the Christ. In the presence of the Lord Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna, and all the great masters, feel it. Feel that healing love, bringing rivers of freedom and joy, bringing peace, and most of all, clarity. Let us receive that gift. And that's all the Supreme is asking of you and me, to receive love, to receive healing love, and to be specific with our requests. If we need healing for a specific purpose, for a friend, then we must be specific. And then we say thank you. And the moment we say thank you, we are releasing a positive affirmation of trust, that we trust the Supreme to deliver us and hear our prayer. And that really is the bedrock of our relationship with God. But to keep on asking for the same thing is a sign that we do not trust. So let us be specific now and ask the Cosmic Christ to assist us. Feel the love. Sense the peace. Sense the love. The Cosmic Christ has heard our prayer and is now placing his hands on our heart. And we place our hands over his hands. And we feel the love, that all-encompassing love, that God is present, and that as a beloved child of God, our prayers have been answered. Maybe not in the way we had asked for, but they have been answered. So let us celebrate the gift of the healing touch of the Cosmic Christ. Be still now. Be still in the presence of all that is. And the Christ is here. He is present. Allow him now bathe you in divine oneness. And now we come to the end of our spiritual soiree, and how time passes quickly. So we conclude by saying the blessings of heaven, the blessings of earth, the blessings of sea and sky be on those we love this day and on every human family. The gifts of heaven, the gifts of earth, the gifts of sea and sky, and the gifts of Brother Sun and Sister Moon be in your hearts, now and forevermore. Amen. And I wish you a peaceful night. Namaste. Shalom. Inshallah. Paxit Bonum. Om Shanti. Solo di Caritas. Salukum Laikum. Peace. And may the peace of the Supreme, the peace of Allah, the peace of Jehovah, the peace of Source, enrich your heart and set you free. God bless you and thank you. Thank you for allowing me into your space. Please pray for me. God bless you.